Have you ever noticed that some things feel good immediately, but leave you feeling emptier afterwards? And other things feel difficult at first, but somehow leave you feeling more alive? That difference might explain why so many people feel trapped in cycles that they secretly hate. Not everything you want is valuable. Some desires build your life. Others slowly consume it. And if you never learn the difference, you can spend years chasing relief instead of freedom. Cravings are usually urgent, impulsive, emotionally charged, often tied to escape, relief, stimulation, novelty, and validation. Short-term reward, long-term cost. They tend to grow stronger the more they are fed, and often they are externally engineered through algorithms such as, or also, junk food, dopamine loops, advertising. The most common examples are doom scrolling, constant snacking, pornography, impulse purchases, validation addiction, endless entertainment, avoidance disguised as rest. But the things we truly desire, the things that will bring us value, the things that we claim we want, are often quieter. They can be less emotionally intense initially. They usually require effort, patience, discomfort, and sacrifice. But they produce long-term meaning and stability. They also build identity and self-respect. They're often connected to values rather than impulses. The common examples are creating instead of consuming, working on improving your health, meaningful relationships that are reciprocal, discipline, learning, spiritual growth, financial stability, and peace of mind. Cravings ask, what will make me feel good right now? What helps me avoid discomfort? What gives immediate relief? Values of desire ask, who am I becoming? What kind of life am I building? What creates lasting peace instead of temporary escape? In modern society, systems profit from deregulation. Attention has become currency. Cravings are monetized. And the more impulsive you are, the more profitable you become. Convenience can weaken intentionality, and freedom is partially reclaiming control over attention and impulses. The analogy of cravings are like throwing gasoline on a fire. Temporary intensity, but the fire keeps demanding more. Desires of value are like building a hearth slowly, stable warmth instead of chaotic flames. Regarding another analogy of puppet strings, cravings pull people externally through notifications, algorithms, sugar, validation, endless stimulation. valuable desires come from internal alignment. Cutting the puppet strings, you are great. You regain your agency. Many people aren't weak. We are often overstimulated, sleep deprived, emotionally dysregulated, and disconnected from purpose. And cravings increase and prey upon us when our sleep is inadequate, our stress is abundant, our loneliness is encompassing. Meaningful actions lessen, resulting in idle consumption increasing. Our nervous system can have issues regulating itself if we condition it to be comforted by these cravings, these forms of escape, creating a crutch and a dependency on things external to us. What in your life gives temporary relief but long-term emptiness? What have you been craving that never actually satisfies you? What meaningful desire have you been neglecting because it requires discomfort? Are you consuming to live or living to consume? Freedom is not the absence of desire, it's the ability to distinguish what merely controls you from what actually fulfills you. And many of the most valuable things in life don't scream for your attention. They can whisper. So it's important to recognize what we crave versus what we truly desire. We have to be honest with ourselves. Are our actions aligned? Are our actions aligned with the values that we do desire? Are we willing to change our habits and routines to break free from the conditioning, as cravings can have their hooks in deep? What is worth it? What will lead to a life of less regret? Because that is often the price that we're paying. And it can be the heaviest one. You have reached the end of this video. If something resonated with you, consider leaving a comment below and sharing what felt most impactful. To support the channel, you can like, subscribe, and/or share this video with someone who you feel might also benefit. Additional ways to support the channel can be found in the links in the description below. You will also find a link to my website, cravingfreedom.com, where you can access my ebooks. On the website, you can also find descriptions of what to expect from the ebooks. And if you feel ready to commit to your path towards freedom and are seeking in-depth guidance and support, consider applying for one-on-one coaching. Answers to frequently asked questions can also be found on the website. Thank you for your time.